Okay, the first way is just the classic on the floor. This is a great way for babies to explore, and it should always be supervised. So I'm gonna put Layla on her stomach, and I'm gonna put her hands underneath her here. And babies love to be entertained just like we do. So you can always have some toys that make some noise, some toys that have lights or something. They love it if you get on the floor and face them and talk to them. Or, bonus, if you have another baby, which we do, they can face each other and entertain themselves. Another alternative to tummy time on the floor, if any of you guys have an exercise ball, babies love it. I'm gonna take it off the stand here. So, all you do is you carefully put your baby on the top, arms underneath them. You can rock them back and forth, side to side, give them a few bounces. They can stay entertained here for days. Another option is just putting your baby over your lap. You can pat their back, you can bounce them. Again, I have her arms underneath her. She's just looking around. She's really comfortable. I love this. Okay, this way is just a classic airplane. So you can walk around. I have my hands here so she can push up whenever she wants. They like to look in mirrors. They like to look at themselves. They like to look at lights. So even just walking around helps distract them. I'm not really putting a lot of pressure through her stomach. I'm actually pushing kind of through her armpits or even through her chest. So it's not putting a lot of pressure through her belly. And she's pretty content right here. And here we have the trusty boppy pillow. Again, you just put her arms underneath her, rub her back. They like this position. So the last position we have here is just on the chest. So they love to look at you. This is a great way to entertain them and sneak in some tummy time. Holding them at an incline like this is more difficult. So if your baby's more of a newborn, it would be a little bit easier if you were more upright instead of reclined all the way back. Okay, so those were some options on different ways to do tummy time. We do recommend somewhere between 40 and 60 minutes of tummy time a day. That number is going to be less for newborns, but gradually working your way up to 40 to 60 minutes is a good idea. And it does not have to all be performed in one chunk of time. You can split it up through several times throughout the day. So like we said, tummy time is a good way for to help develop head control, but it also helps prevent a few conditions that some babies can develop. So I just want to leave you with 3 things to be aware of. Number 1, if you ever notice that your baby often tilts his or her head to the side, that's something to be aware of. Number 2, if you ever notice that your baby favors turning one direction and only looks to one certain side, that's something to be aware of. And then number 3, if you ever notice that your baby starts developing flat spots on the back of his or her head, directly in the back or even off to the side, that's something else to be aware of. So if you notice any one of those 3 things, it's very important to just go see your pediatrician, get a script for physical therapy, and come get an appointment with us. We treat babies and we love to see them, and it's always easier to get them in sooner and treated sooner than it is to wait later. So we recommend coming in to see us. And if you have any questions about your baby's movement or motor patterns or development or anything like that, we would love to see them. Thanks for joining us.